Why is that tree wrapped in blue?
I'd like to thank the good people.
I posted the video about The Simpsons and that blue tarp. I had not watched the full episode. I thought it was a tree. Actually a statue. At first I thought it was the blue tarp covering the statue so the statue wouldn't burn the town. Then I remembered Tartaria. You ready for a deep dive? Don't try this at home. Let's watch The Simpsons. Season 28, episode 1. This is the first scene that shows there's a missing statue, which happens to be some lard lad donut statue. Here they're about to unveil the replacement for that missing statue.
Focus grouped, new look. That doesn't say donuts. That says management overthink.
The Thinker. That statue's called the Thinker. What are we on now? What?
People, let's give the new statue a
I mean,
chance.
obviously it's some sort of
Many said it was
electronic
steel
device.
It's still.
It kind of seemed really far-fetched, but that is exactly how they caused the mud floods, which caused the Great Reset of Tartaria. Not that statue. They use lighthouses. You can use a concave mirror or any sort of reflective surface to harness the sun's powerful energies and basically reflect it as a giant laser ray. I'll show you an example of this giant laser ray at the end of this video. Back to The Simpsons. Here we go.
You fools! You've erected a massive concave reflective surface. It will focus the sun's beam in a deadly ray.
Here we are back to that blue tarp that started all of this. Seems to be a clue. How did those fires start? Lasers? Sort of. Reflective energy from the sun? Yeah. Using a magnifying glass, you could start a fire. Or kill an ant. Don't kill ants. Seems far-fetched, huh? I follow someone on Instagram that built this very same Fresnel lens. He calls it a solar death ray. Introducing Joe My Heck. That is the username on Instagram for the guy with the solar death ray.
I never know what's going to happen when I put various rocks under the solar death ray. This giant lens creates hellish temperatures on the surface of the rock, and in this case it etched a hole in the surface and fragments were flying everywhere. When I took the intense light off, the rock glowed. I never know what's going to happen with this big lens that cuts rock. Well, let me show you where I got it from. An old TV that was on the side of the road. This is a rear projection television, and I loaded it up and took it to my garage, and I have to get the screen off. First, I take the protector off, and I get to the several layers that are the screen. The innermost layer, which is this clear plastic sheet, is the lens. It's a Fresnel lens with little lines in it that bend light. Once I separate that out, I put it in a wood frame, and I had to nail it in there very securely. At that point, it was ready for action out in the sunlight, which it bends down to a point and owns this rock. This viewer asked me where I got this big lens. I wanted to see if I could melt this penny just with solar power. So I put it under this monster lens, which bends sunlight to a pinpoint. I got the focal point right on the penny, and it quickly began to melt. It takes about 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit to do this. And when I took the sunlight off the penny, it was basically a glob of melted copper. Concentrated sunlight through this big lens under this metal pan to see what would happen. The intense light quickly started shining through the metal, but it did more than that. It actually melted a hole in it. Hey dude, leave comments and let me know if there's anything else you want me to put under this monster lens.
Remember all the melted aluminum and other things are intact? Remember, aluminum melts at 2,000 degrees. And asphalt melts at 350. Do you have any mysticism or alchemy books? Hermeticism, just like this Hermetic Tarot, you're going to notice some of the depictions, especially the ones where it has a sun, it's going to show reflections. They're using some sort of reflective surfaces. It could be like mirrors, pools of water, or mirrors. Good example. I mean, that's pretty direct. Sun reflecting off of something and then burning the ships. You know that lighthouses have mercury in the base? The use of reflective surfaces to alter the elements is nothing new. It makes you think twice what the lighthouse was used for, or anything they've told us about our history. So to clarify my video, that is not a tree. It's not a statue. It's a weapon. Experiment.